Okay, off the rip, off the muscle. Bro, this is wild. Orlando Brown saying that Busta Rhymes is a fun boy himself. Diabolical. Diabolical. Orlando is off the deep end sometimes, but sometimes he's on the shallow end as well. We're going to see which end he's on right now with this video. Not my boy, Busta. Not Busta, bro. Come on, bro. Nah.
Makes sense, yeah.
Looking powerful, King. You're looking great, King. You're looking amazing, King.
All right, so that part reminds me of when Diddy was telling Meek Mill in that pool that he was calling Meek Mill daddy, and Meek Mill looked like he was cooling his butt cheeks off in the video. That's crazy. I had the same vibe when I seen Busta kept calling that young man king. There's nothing wrong with giving somebody their kudos, but at the same token, bro, that was the same vibe I got.
We're not gonna put the gay thing on.
How about Busta Rhymes?
Who?
How about Busta Bust? He's a flaming hot sissy.
I've never heard this before.
He's a Dorito.
A Dorito.
Okay, I've never heard.
He's a hot Cheeto.
They call them fun boys.
Cheetos.
They say we gotta have some fun boys in the section for Busta. Bro, Busta Rhymes wanted him in his section so bad. Like, what?
We made love. We made
I
love.
remember this clip.
Diddy, Bow Wow, Busta Rhymes.
So was Orlando Brown telling the truth about Busta Rhymes this whole time? Because Busta just got exposed by his rumored trans lover. And now Orlando is saying, I told y'all. Orlando recently did another interview and doubled down on everything. And he's basically saying all those rumors about Busta being into men, well, they're not rumors. According to Orlando, Busta has been serving in the Rainbow Army since the 90s. But everyone was so focused on Diddy and all his mess that Busta just kind of flew under the radar. But here's the thing. Busta allegedly being into men and trans isn't even the issue. The bigger deal is him allegedly doing some wild stuff with fun boys and passing around STDs. And what's even crazier is that this hasn't stopped women from still being with Busta and having kids by him. So let's break down exactly what Orlando Brown said about Busta, because folks love to call Orlando crazy and dismiss everything he says. But when you read between the lines, you realize Orlando has been low-key trying to expose the industry for years.
I don't know what rooms they've been in, bro. I don't know what rooms they've been in. I've been telling the truth and I've been keeping it 1,000. I'm okay. You know, I got niggas give me hush money and all kind of shit.
All right, so before we get into all this trans stuff about Busta,
Orlando said he got people giving him hush money when they can clearly probably pay somebody to unalive him. So, bro, it's crazy. Of course we know how Hollywood is. I mean, I don't know, because I've never been to Hollywood, never been, don't intend on going. But what I'm saying is, though, like, the narrative of everybody is, you know. So my thing is like that have to have some truth to it, because if it look like a duck and quack like a duck, it damn sure ain't no turtle. It's a damn duck.
Let me show you what Orlando said about this man. So sometime back when all that Diddy freak-off stuff was trending, Orlando went viral for claiming he slept with multiple men in the industry. Not just Diddy, but a whole bunch of others, including Busta.
We made love. We made love.
Who you made love with?
Diddy, Bow Wow, Busta Rhymes.
You just told me you seen Busta in the airport too. That motherfucker try to act like he didn't know you.
Terrence Howard. Usher.
Terrence Howard?
Usher's a gusher.
Now, people have been saying Orlando's trolling and just saying whatever for clout. But now, with everything coming out about Busta, it's starting to look like he wasn't just making stuff up. And now Orlando is doubling down and saying you should have just believed him from the jump. But this time, he's taking it even further and claiming Busta has a whole female alter ego.
Everybody knows what a rainbow is, you know what I'm saying? Everybody knows what the sky can bring. It brings rain, it brings the sun. Like, you understand what life is too, you know? So for me to know that you have a great, Raymona Harvey is Busta Rhymes, is his real name. Anybody can get on Facebook and look up Raymona Harvey and be like, yo, that's Busta Rhymes, yo, with no wig on. And be like, yo, wild out on your own time, but This is information that you allow me to give to the people.
But if you think this is just Orlando rambling, then you clearly don't know your Busta Rhymes lore. Because rumors about Busta being on the DL have been around for literally decades at this point. And just recently, these rumors got louder when Busta was caught by the paparazzi allegedly leaving a gay pride event with a trans woman. So now apparently Busta's team is on high alert, and they're allegedly trying to block some incriminating footage from going public. Meanwhile, the internet is already speculating that this could be connected to Busta's past dealings with some of his rumored lovers, with even darker connections to his past lifestyle. And while the details of what's on this rumored tape are still not clear, folks online are already drawing connections to something celebrity bodyguard Big Homie CeCe said in his interview on The Art of Dialogue. Big Homie talked about Busta's alleged interest in what he referred to as fun boys. And according to him, whenever Busta was out at the club, he would send his entourage to find the youngest, hottest men and bring them back to his VIP section.
I seen you talking about Busta Rhymes before.
Oh yeah.
In some of your videos.
Oh yeah. Super zest monster. For sure, bro.
Super zest is
thing,
crazy,
like, been
though.
Common knowledge, though. Like, all my promoter homies would always say, man, you know, we gotta bring some we gotta bring some, what they call them, I'm not gonna say it on here. They call them fun boys. They'll say we gotta have some fun boys in the section for Busta. Cause you know, I bodyguarded for Ghostface before, you feel me? And being around him, you hear things, you feel me? I'm like, damn. And my auntie like the biggest Busta Rhymes fan, you feel me? Like every cookout she playing it, all his little fast rapping, all of that, him and Craig Mack playing that.
Big Homie also recalled one wild night with actor/model Don Benjamin and one of his friends, who just happened to be a gay man. And according to Big Homie, when Busta spotted Don, it was like a switch flipped. Busta was immediately locked in, grabbed Don, and dragged him straight to his VIP section. And Busta wasn't letting this guy go anywhere the entire night.
So, I hear somebody say, oh, he's cute, I want him. So when I heard that, I turned around like, man, did he just say that? Man, you got all this jewelry to attract some men in here? You wild.
Wow.
Shocked me.
That's crazy.
But sure enough.
And that was the guy that Busta Rhymes pulled back?
He pulled him into the section. Pulled him into the section, and then they walled him off like this man. I'm like, damn. And that little dude was so happy. He couldn't believe that. He was shocked.
But it wasn't a one-time thing.
Dang.
Big Homie said that every time Busta hit the clubs, the promoters knew what was up. Find the baddest men in the spot and bring them over to Busta's section.
Bro, on my soul, I'm out with a group of people. At this time, I was with
on his
Don
soul,
Benjamin.
though.
You familiar with him?
No, never heard of him.
Model dude, like a model guy. He be doing like some rapping and stuff. His name Don Benjamin. I'm out with Don Benjamin. And the club we ended up going to, Busta Rhymes in there. So it was a little lawyer guy that was with us. And the little lawyer guy we was with, you know, he was a gay dude, super cool, feel me, good guy. Bro, Busta Rhymes wanted him in his section so bad. Like, what? Pulled him to the section, like through the rope. And tucked him off in the corner. So I'm looking like, well, he ain't come with us.
Damn.
Well,
He's trying to say Busta not only a flaming
group.
hot Dorito, but Busta is also aggressive with it, bro. That's crazy.
So if I go out with somebody,
That's crazy.
People, I try to make sure everybody get there together and leave together. No, he stayed with them. He stayed in there with them, bro. For sure, bro. You ain't never heard about this before, have you? Bro, this common knowledge, bro. Like, if you in the mix, bro, if you in the mix, like I've been in the mix, you know this, bro.
But then Big Homie brought up something that doesn't get enough attention. Busta's history of anger issues and putting his hands on women. And according to Big Homie, there might be a deeper reason for it. He explained how many DL men in the industry, like Diddy and allegedly Busta, feel a lot of resentment toward women because of their hidden lifestyle.
How long has it been like this known about Busta Rhymes?
Well, I knew about this like in 2012. I knew about this in 2012.
How can we think nobody else speaks up on it or says anything?
Because, bro, these people admire these people so much.
Wow. Power of the
They
fame.
want to make sure they in the section. They at the club, they at the video shoot, they can get backstage. That matter most to them. That matters so much to people. It's crazy. Like, but if you notice, like, it's countless videos of Busta Rhymes getting mad at females for just being girls. This girl touched him one time, he go crazy, throw a drink on her and everything. See what I'm saying? Like, what? Why you getting mad at females? You go to these guys, they in the club, go to their section. It's all men in the section. That ain't weird to nobody. But man, you ask, bro, anybody that's in the mix, bro, like, you know, bro, most of these dudes, bro, putting on a major act. They don't want to be themselves.
That's crazy.
They'll get mad at you for buying bottles of champagne to get the girls. They'll get mad, oh, we don't want these bottle rats in our section. What are we here for? Why y'all here then?
Thanks, though.
What are y'all here for?
Bro.
Just because y'all got booked to be here, okay, but sometimes they not booked.
That's crazy.
They just in there. So, and what they looking for, it ain't gonna be what you thinking of, on God. Seen.
And this isn't just Big Homie's opinion. There are actual studies showing that men who lead double lives have internalized homophobia, and they often take that anger out on their female partners. And in Busta's case, his homophobia is well documented. According to Entertainment Weekly, when Busta was asked if the hip-hop and rap community should be more welcoming to gay rappers, he walked out of the room saying, "I can't even talk to you about that. With all due respect, I ain't trying to offend nobody. What I represent culturally doesn't condone it whatsoever." But that's not all. There were also many reports about Busta allegedly getting aggressive when approached by gay fans. According to one report, back in 2006, Busta was spotted at a Miami restaurant packed with transvestites, gay men, and drag queens. And when a young gay guy tapped Busta on the shoulder to congratulate him on his comeback, Busta turned around and snapped and started screaming, "Why the F you touching me, man? Get the F away from me." Busta then reportedly ordered his bodyguards to grab the young man and haul him away. And after they threw the guy out, Busta was heard using the F slur. And this wasn't an isolated incident either. Back in 2013, Busta threw a tantrum in Miami Beach after he and his crew got mad when they were told they couldn't skip the line at a local restaurant, Cheeseburger Baby. And he again started throwing anti-gay slurs.
Baby. So someone from his posse goes up to the front and says, "Can you take my order first? We're very important people."
Oh my God, how much do you hate him?
Now this is all...
Okay, that's not Busta Rhymes, that's his crew, but that's still unacceptable.
That is
If we were
unacceptable.
all hanging out and somebody went up and said, "Please, we're very important people," I'd be so mortified.
So, according to Stephanie Vittori, the owner of the spot, Busta became belligerent when the staff refused to let him cut in line. According to Vittori, after an employee explained the policy to Busta, he screamed, "F you, FAG," and then more recently, there was this video that went viral, showing Busta getting mad at a gay fan for recording him backstage at the Grammys.
At him, at this guy, Be careful, just stay back. Yeah, be careful, Yeah, he gets mad, Busta don't play around. He got mad at him, though.
But it doesn't stop there. More men are now coming forward with their own wild stories about encounters with Busta. One of them is social media personality Trip Ali, who dropped a bombshell on his YouTube channel, claiming Busta tried to pick him up in NYC and invited him to go party with him. And the way Ali described it, it sounds like Busta was using some methods straight out of Diddy's "Let Me Take You Shopping" playbook.
I'm walking across the street and Busta Rhymes just grabbed my hand. And he holding my hand. Now, I ain't know it was Busta at first. You know, Busta Rhymes tall. I'm sure I came up to about right here. So the first thing I noticed was this big ass flip mode chain that was blinding me.
Big
so
ass
I look at the
mode
chain and I'm like, and I look up, I'm like, "Oh, what's up, Busta? What's up?" Now he holding my hand the whole time. I'm like, "What's up, man?" He like, "What you doing?" And I was like, "Oh, me and my people, we about to go to this club around the corner. What's up, man?" You know, and then I noticed throughout my peripheral vision, the side eye, this big bodyguard in black. Just standing there, you know, looking around, you know, looked at me, you know, still looking around. Meanwhile, Busta still got my hand in his hand.
So Ali
Man,
said
about
Busta
30
invited
minutes
him
right
to go
there.
party with him in his VIP section at a club. And at first, Ali was hyped to go
But how
meet
you gonna let a man hold your hand for about 30 minutes? That's crazy in a nutshell itself. Bro, and it's my natural instincts, bro. Like, what the? This guy said he was standing about 15, 20, 30 minutes, and Busta still had his hand.
And network with Busta and his celeb friends. However, what he didn't know is that things were about to take a much wilder turn than he expected.
And he says, you know, I'm about to go in this club. You know, we got a section. You know, you can come in with me if you want. And I'm like, word, for real? Like, that's what's up. Like, he was like, yeah. I was like, well, I gotta, you know, tell my people. I was like, I come in, you know what I'm saying? He was like, okay, just let me know, you know, tell them that you coming in there to meet with me and come on up. And I was like, bet. So, of course, I'm excited. You know what I'm saying? Busta Rhymes is one of my favorite artists of all time. And back then, I was really on my rap-ish, trying to get on. And I mean, what better way to network? Busta just invited me up to a section. So I'm excited, you know, but I still kept it cool. You know, I ain't no groupie.
So then things quickly got out of hand when Ali got into an argument with his friend, who wasn't down to hit up Busta's party. And before he knew it, they were in a full-blown physical altercation. Ali was so rattled by the whole ordeal that he decided to bounce on the club plans. On top of that, his friends started acting crazy and ended up leaving him stranded in the middle of NYC. But in hindsight, maybe Ali's friend did him a solid, because who knows what could have gone down if he had ended up being one of those fun boys in Busta's VIP section. Things could have taken a whole different turn, because rumor has it that Busta would get very aggressive when he didn't get his way. In fact, Busta allegedly inspired Wendy Williams to start calling these DL industry men homo thugs.
We come from a very homosexual era of hip hop as well. There was a radio personality once upon a time, her name was Wendy Williams, and she was practically burned at the stake for talking.
Bro, was that T-Rex? Was that just T-Rex we just experienced from Wendy right there, bro? So Wendy been having issues, bro. We should say just started. Wendy been, bro, that was straight full-blown T-Rex right
about such. And now it's all come full circle. There were many situations, none of which to talk about, but there were many situations back in the day in my career. And it's all coming full circle now.
So word on the street is that back in the day when Wendy had her radio show, she compiled a whole list of rappers who were on the DL, and she would have people call into her show to spill all the scandalous details about their encounters with these rappers. And one time, a man reportedly called into Wendy's show and claimed that Busta punched him in the face right after he got down on his knees for him. The caller also claimed that Busta allegedly told him to keep his mouth shut about their encounter, which supposedly took place at a club in NYC where rappers would go to secretly hook up with gay men and trans women. Now, allegedly, Busta pulled some strings to get this recording wiped from the internet, but Wendy's OG fans remember this episode very well. And it's interesting that Wendy lost her radio show because she also tried to out Diddy, and apparently, this is the reason why Busta and Diddy developed such a close friendship. It seems like they have a lot in common, and some sources even allege that Diddy and Busta shared young men with each other. Of course, Busta has now publicly distanced himself from Diddy, but their friendship is well documented.
Let me finish. This is the father of the joint venture deals, the label deals, that's right, the production deals. That's right. This is the father. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna big up Dallas Austin because he pulled this all up. But when he did it, it was the complete shifting of the climate.
Now, going back to what Wendy Williams said about homo thugs,
wow,
the reason she called them
right
this is that they allegedly used intimidation tactics and physical force against anyone who threatened to expose their secret lifestyle. And when you look at Busta and Diddy's track record, they both have a long history of getting physical with women and men who won't hit them back. In Busta's case, his temper has been getting him into legal trouble for decades. Back in 2006, he was charged after attacking a random man, and police found a whole machete in his car. The next year, Busta was was arrested again and charged with a misdemeanor for allegedly putting his hands on his former driver. He pleaded guilty and got 3 years of probation.
Damn,
But
Busta
before
out here
those 3
wildin',
years
ain't it?
passed, Busta was charged again, this time after throwing water bottles at a fan and instructing a bodyguard to punch him. So when you look at Busta's history, it makes perfect sense why he was friends with Diddy for so long. But besides their anger issues, another thing Busta and Diddy allegedly have in common is their taste for much younger men. And this is where the allegations get dark. Again, nothing here is proven. We're just speculating, but people have been whispering for years that Busta is known for allegedly getting with very young males and being very rough with them. One user over on Lipstick Alley said, "I've heard multiple gay stories on Busta and that he's a snatcher and physically mistreats the men he's with. I remember there was a TV show that had a gay character dating an abusive DL rapper, and I was like, is this about Busta? And then another person wrote, that has been known for years. I think the most disturbing part of it is the rumor about him being so self-hating and homophobic that he beats up the male prostitutes he hires. Really, really disturbing. And I always think of it when I see him being a misogynist to boot tracks as well. But let me know how you feel about all these allegations about Busta. Drop your comments below.
You brought a video.
Bro, that's wild. Busta, bro, that's wild. And he's so aggressive with it, bro. He like Diddy, bro. He wants what he wants, I guess, from this alleged information. I think it's on what, Cultural Covered channel, Cultural Covered. From this alleged information, if this is true, that's wild, Bust. Come on, bro. That's wild. Man, if you guys stay to the end, I really appreciate y'all for watching the videos, man. Make sure you always comment, liking, and subscribing. And until next time, peace and love.